Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello dear students, I am Dr. Mona Semalti from HNB Garhwal University, Srinagar Garhwal. I welcome you all in the part 2 of Cosmos. Okay, I told you in the previous module that we are going to discuss the Cosmos standards in 2 modules. Previous one was part 1 and this is part 2. So let's see what all things we will discuss in this module. This is going to be our learning outcome. After going through from this module, we are going to we are going to understand, or you are going to know about the environmental management. Okay, how the environment is going to be managed for as per the Cosmos guidelines, labeling and communication, okay, inspection, certification and control. This is your lesson plan. So we will follow this lesson plan. First we will see environmental management is subpart, labeling and communication, inspection, certification and control. So dear students, environmental management plan must be put in place where addresses the whole manufacturing process and all the residual products and the waste during this. It must be implemented effectively. Environmental management basically, and it is required to sort cardboard, glass, paper and all the waste material, recycle and process this waste and send all other waste to the specialized recycling firm which deals with the specific packaging that is not possible to recycle. So dear students, in the first part of the Cosmos standards, I discussed this thing with you that the objective of the Cosmos standards is to promote the natural and organic raw material, organic and natural ingredients and the organic and natural product overall. Okay, so Cosmos standards are not just limited to the raw material or the ingredient part which are going to be used in the cosmetic manufacturing process, herbal cosmetic manufacturing process, but also they focus and they give guidelines that the product, the overall the environment, the management of the premises and the environment should also contribute in the same way. All right, and the packaging which is used, it is also to be taken care that the packaging, cardboard material and where they are stored, how they are used, whether they can be recycled or they cannot be recycled, and so this is the basic objective of this Cosmos standard. Okay, now what is required to, now it is required to sort cardboard, sorting of cardboard, glass, paper and all the waste material. All right, second is recycle and the recycle or process this waste, recycle and process this waste and send all the waste to a specialized recycling firm which deals with the specific packaging that is not possible to recycle. Okay, so next is about cleaning and hygiene. So it is required to use cleaning and disinfection material in which the ingredient comply with the standards. Now, in addition to the following disinfection material can be used for cleaning and hygiene: So this is very obvious that it requires to use cleaning and disinfection material which comply with the standard. So it means these materials which are used for cleaning and hygiene, for maintenance of the hygiene, should not contribute or should not interact with the raw material or the ingredient, and overall it should not harm, or it should not uh, increase it should not increase the in anything which is not it should not contribute anything which is not organic or not natural one. So the basic objective is, so in addition, this following list of materials can be used. Number 1, isopropyl alcohol, amphoteric surfactants, hydrogen peroxide, okay, and minerals, acids, acids, alkali, and formic acid, and ozone. And one more thing, it must be ensured by the client that there are no residue from the cleaning product, so it is not going to interact or it is not going to harm your preparation in any way. Okay. An inspection system must be implemented by the client to ensure the complaint about cleaning and disinfection products which are used before and after manufacturing. This must include the procedure, data record, and detailed staff training. Okay. Next is labeling and communication. Okay, Cosmos standards also provide certain guidelines regarding the labeling and communication. So what are the general rules? The general rules are labeling and communication must be clear and must not mislead the consumer, the very first thing. And for product under organic certification, the label should contain the signature Cosmos Organic in conjunction with the seal of the Cosmos standard AISBL member organization as detailed in the labeling guide. Okay. I'll again explain you this thing by highlighting. It must be labeled with the signature Cosmos Organic in conjunction with the seal of the Cosmos standard AISBL member organization as detailed in the labeling guide, and it must indicate the certification body on the label. Alright, so this is regarding the labeling. Okay, next is it must indicate on the label that the percentage of the organic origin ingredient by weight in the total product as X% origin organic of total. That means the label must contain the percentage of the organic origin ingredient by weight. It must be labeled on the packet. Okay. Must indicate the percentage of the natural origin ingredient by weight in the total product as X% of the natural of X% of natural origin of total. So this must be labeled. The product must not be called organic, for example organic shampoo, unless it is at least 95% organic. This thing we also discussed in our first part, that organic Cosmos certification is only given when your product contains 95, if it is having 95% of the all ingredients are organic, measured as a percentage of the total product. Okay, for products that are 100% organic or 100% natural origin, the indication of the percentage natural origin is not obligatory. That means for those products which are 100% organic or 100% natural one, then you need not to indicate that you need not to indicate the percentage natural origin in the label. Okay. Okay. For products under natural certification. So previous one was for product of organic certification, and this is about for the product under natural certification. Now what are the requirements? Okay. Product under natural certification as per Cosmos guideline must be labeled with the signature Cosmos Natural. So as it was in the organic certification, what we mentioned, organic natural, and now here what we are mentioning, what we mentioned, Cosmos organic. Now what in case of natural we have to mention Cosmos Natural in conjunction with the seal of the Cosmos standard AISBL, same member organization as detailed in the labeling guide. Okay. Now the certification must indicate, the body on the label must indicate the percentage of natural origin ingredient by weight in the total product as X percentage natural origin of total, and may indicate the percentage of organic origin ingredient by weight in the total product as X percent organic of total. So this is the labeling requirement for natural certification. Okay, natural certification. So next is for ingredient with organic content. Now the ingredient under organic certification as per 6.2.3 and 6.2.4 must be labeled with the signature Cosmos certified in the conjunction with the seal of the Cosmos standard AISBL member organization as detailed in the labeling guide. Okay, so dear student, you must be getting this topic is completely theoretical. Okay, these are guidelines, these are standard guidelines. Okay, so I am just following the standard guidelines of Cosmos standard. So just please try to follow me and try to learn and remember. So if you will watch this video 1 or 2 times, I am pretty sure that you will be able to have a certain idea of a framework of what Cosmos says. Okay, what these guidelines says. So now next, must indicate the certification body on the label, and must indicate clearly on the label and oblique or appropriate document in the percentage of the organic content of the ingredient by weight in the total ingredient as X percent of organic ingredient. So dear students, okay, what we are discussing? We are discussing the labeling requirement for ingredients with organic content, that the ingredient with organic contents, what should be mentioned on the label as per the Cosmos guidelines. Okay. Now for raw material with no organic content, raw material with no organic content that are approved as per 6.2.2 and 6.2.3 and 6.2.4, this you have to see. The material with no organic content may be labeled with the signature Cosmos approved in conjunction with the seal of the Cosmos standard AISBL member organization as detailed in the labeling guide. Okay, this is same. May indicate the certification body on the label and must take no reference on the label or on relevant documents to certification or to organic. Okay. So these are labeling requirements for raw material we discussed, for the organic natural, for the natural ingredient, for organic, all these things regarding the labeling requirement. Now moving to the supporting literature. If any reference to organic or natural product or ingredients are made, advertising or supporting literature, they must comply with the appropriate rule of 10.2, 10.3 and 10.4. Dear students, I have mentioned the reference of this Cosmos guidelines in detail in the reference. So dear students, just please go through the detailed guidelines so that you will come to know more about this cosmetic Cosmos guidelines for cosmetics and the supporting literature says. Now organic in the name of company or product range. If the company name or the product range include the word organic, okay, the use of that name or branding in conjunction with the certified product must not be such that it might mislead the consumer. That means what? It means the product brand name or the product which is going to market, which is going to be marketed, okay, it should not contain any of such name which mislead the consumer, okay, that it is somehow related to the Cosmos, okay. So organic in the name of the company of the product range. If the company name or the product range include the word organic, the use of that material brand in conjunction with the certified product must not be such that it mislead the consumer, okay. Next is use of signature, name or term related to this standard. Now the Cosmos signature, name, term may be used in literature, advertising, publicity or website. It can be used if the signature used only in the way, if there are certain conditions. Now what are the conditions? If the signature is used only in the way described in 10.2.3 and 4 and 5, 10.5, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4 and 10.5, only in conjunction with the product or ingredients that are certified, okay, and only in the way that does not mislead the consumer. For example, where it might mistakenly be associated with non-certified products, okay. So this to avoid any kind of confusion, the Cosmos signature, name and the term, it can be used, of course it can be used in the literature, in the advertising, in the publicity or the website of the product, but with certain conditions. So what are the conditions? These three conditions are listed. Now moving to inspection and certification. To be certified for cosmetic ingredients or cosmetic product under natural or organic certification according to this standard. So what is required? Inspection and certification. Okay, the question from this topic may be asked in any way. Okay, we are discussing the points from chapter number 6 to 11 as per Cosmos standards. So the question may be framed in any way from any of the chapter, from the origin, from the storage, from the manufacturing, okay, from the percentage calculation point of view, from the inspection and certification. So dear students, just go through from the module very carefully, then only you will understand this Cosmos standards. Now we were discussing inspection and certification. To be certified for cosmetic ingredient or cosmetic product under the natural or organic certification according to this standard. So what is required? It is required to have subjected the manufacturing operation and the ingredient or products to inspection and certification by the authorized certification body. So this include any subcontracted manufacturing plant which are used to process the ingredients or products. Hold a valid operational certificate from that body and undergo an on-site annual inspection cycle which may include possible unannounced inspections and other additional inspections, and allow the certification body to take sample and carry out analysis at any point. Carry out analysis using laboratory conforming to ISO IEC 17025 for ingredients or contaminants, either on a random basis or in case of suspicion. Okay, so in case of inspection and certification, the Cosmos guidelines says that the inspector, they can take sample at any point, and they can send those samples for the analysis to the laboratory, and there are certain requirements for laboratory also, confirming. The laboratory should confirm, okay, to ISO IEC 17025 for the ingredients or contaminants, okay, and it can be done on the random basis or in case of if there is any suspicion exist. Okay, now approval of ingredient. The approval of non-organic cosmetic ingredient, it consists of documentary validation without on-site inspection. The approval delivered by the certification body only state that non-organic ingredient is acceptable for use under this standard. So what is required for this? Supply all the information and documents needed for the approval as requested by the certification body, and declare to the certification body that any changes to the processing of that ingredient may affect its approval. Okay, any change. So one cannot change any ingredient from the list which is given earlier for approval. This cannot be tolerated, and it is not as per the Cosmos standard. This cannot be done. Okay, so what is forbidden to the label otherwise indicate that approved cosmetic ingredients are certified according to this standard. However, there is a provision for labeling in 10.5 and as further elaborated in the labeling guide. So it was about the approval of ingredients. Next, certification bodies certifying to this standard. Certification bodies certifying to standard the bodies certifying to the standard must be associate member of the Cosmos standard AISBL and must comply with the requirement. Okay, within the control manual accreditation and certification requirement. The prerequisite of the accreditation according to the Cosmos standard scheme, it includes the compliance to ISO 17065. Okay, these guidelines are for certification body which is going to certify these Cosmos standards. All right. So next is the certification body must use the Cosmos standard and the Cosmos signature, name and term only in accordance with the requirements set out in this standard, the control manual, accreditation and certification requirement and the labeling guide, or otherwise only with the prior written consent of Cosmos standard AISBL. Okay, so these are few guidelines regarding the certification body. What guidelines the certification body will follow, who is going to give certificate for Cosmos approval. All right. Now, guidelines with respect to the preservatives. Now, preservatives. Dear students, this question is asked sometime that what are the Cosmos guidelines for preservatives? But there are no such guideline except the list of preservative or list of antioxidant or list of emollients which are prescribed by the Cosmos in their guidelines, or as if we follow their standards, that this list of preservative can be used in the manufacturing of cosmetic preparations. Okay, cosmetic preservative allowed by EcoCert and Cosmos are considered more skin friendly than the other traditional preservatives. So, dear students, remember the very first part of Cosmos. There we discussed the 5 organization. They met in a thread and they discussed and they came out with some conclusions and some improvements in the guidelines of cosmetic manufacturing processes and all, and this is all is Cosmos all about. So as EcoCert and Cosmos, preservatives which are considered by these two by Cosmos standards and by EcoCert, they are more skin friendly by some other traditional preservative. Okay, most are naturally occurring in the botanicals and are considered by certifying bodies to be suitable for the product marketed as natural. So according to the latest standards, the preservatives which are allowed in the cosmetic product certified as natural and organic, these preservatives are, so dear students, these preservatives are benzoic acid and its salt, benzyl alcohol, okay, dehydroacetic acid and its salt, salicylic acid and its salt, sorbic acid and its salt. So these are recommended preservatives to be used in cosmetic preparations as per Cosmos standards. Now, for emollients. So, dear students, if you remember, we have discussed the emollient in one of the module in series of my lectures for cosmetic and cosmeceuticals. Okay, but as per Cosmos standards, if we talk about for emollients, as I told you, in case of preservative also, there are certain emollients which are listed here, as you can see on the screen. 1,3-butylene alcohol. So there we discussed emollient. Those were in of general for general use in the cosmetic preparation. But the list of these emollients are just recommended by the Cosmos standards. Okay, 1,3-butylene glycol. All right. Okay. Decyl glycosides, you can give example. So this is the commercial name and the salt, basically the example which is given, just go through from the table of which is there on your screen. Similarly, for foaming agents, there are ingredients with commercial name and their chemical names. Say for example, lauryl alcohol and myristyl alcohol, RSPO, SCC, myristyl alcohol, and these are certain commercial names which are recommended by Cosmos standards as foaming agents. So dear students, it was about the Cosmos guidelines in detail. So in 2 modules I have covered this topic, Cosmos standards, in part 1 and in part 2. Okay, so these are the references. Just go through from these references. So now summarizing this module. So in the entire Cosmos standards, we have discussed guidelines from origin, manufacturing, and the guidelines, the calculation part, the environmental management, how the environment is going to manage, packaging requirement, labeling and communication, inspection, certification and control. So dear students, I think now you have got the little essence of Cosmos standards for cosmetic, for herbal cosmetics. So dear students, just go through from the module very carefully and try to frame the Cosmos guidelines in a brief way in your mind, that how you are going to answer the questions, how you are going to answer the question. So you can read these guidelines, and once you read it and write it by your own, point wise, so that it will be easier for you to recall them for the examination and to understand them well. So dear students, stay tuned for more videos, and thank you so much for watching this video.